and good morning, everyone. I'm Associate Professor Dr. Salita Chotilat. I'm Lecturer of Information Technology of Prince of Songkran University. Today, I'm an MC in this event. This is another one of and welcome for another one. This is our activity of a HCI meeting, which we regularly organize for people to come together to learn and exchange ideas in field HCI. Today, we are honored to have Dr.Ye Kyaw Thu, as knowledgeable and skilled expert in join us. Shortly, you will have the opportunity to gain the knowledge from him today. Dr.Ye Kyaw Thu, who will delve into the captivating subject of UI Beyond Conventional Keyboards. Dr. J would like to share invaluable insight and advancement in this rapid evolving field. Dr. J, your to know in Japan as a Ye-san is a visiting professor with the language semantic technology research team at the Artificial Intelligence Research Unit, National Electronic and Computer Technology Center, or we call NECTEC in Thailand. He is also the founder of the Language in the Understanding Lab in Myanmar. He actively supervise and supervise undergrads, masters, and doctor students from several universities. This include Assumption University, Cambodia Academy of Digital Technology, Institute of Technology of Cambodia, King Mongkut Institute of Technology Ladkrabang, Kasetsart University, and Sirindhorn International Institute of Technology. Previously, he was affiliate professor at the Cambodia Academy of Digital Technology in Cambodia from 2022 to 2023. Previous to that, he served as a visiting researcher at the Language and Speech Science Research Lab at the Waseda University in Japan from 2012 to 2021. He was also a researcher in Artificial Intelligence Lab at Okayama Prefecture in Japan between 2016 and 2018. Additionally, he contributed as a researcher at the Multilanguage Translation Lab in the National Institute of Information and Communications Technology in Japan from 2022 to 2016. His early role was a research associate at Waseda University in Japan from 2009 to 2012. He received his Bachelor of Science in Physics from Dragon University, Myanmar, and his Master of Science in and Doctor of Science in Global Information and Telecommunications Study from Waseda University, Japan also. His research interests are in the field of AI, natural language processing, and human-computer interactions. His experts and he experience and compass research and development of tech input method, corpus building, machine learning, machine translate, automatic speech recognition, and text-to-speech engine for his native language, that is Myanmar. In this part, he delved into the robot language acquisitions also. Currently, he focused in NLP R&D for the language of Myanmar, sign language processing, bill transcriptions, and ICT, primary educations. I would like to invite Dr. Ye Kyaw Thu, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for your introduction. So I will share my slide.
Yes.
Okay, I will share the entire screen.
Yes, we can see your skills.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so I hope you can hear well my voice. So today I will introduce related to the UIs uh, for the small mobile devices, and including a UI for the hearing impaired, visually impaired person, and especially for the small number of buttons. So because let me introduce by myself so you can get some background. So these are the topic that I plan to introduce. I Because of the time limitation, I cannot go deeply, but I hope you will enjoy my talk. So first of all, I would like to introduce some of my background work, and then mainly I will introduce my PhD thesis that I did in Waseda University for almost 6 years. Then I will go some uh, extension after I finish my PhD for the Myanmar Braille test import, and then finger spelling sign language test import method, and so on. So yeah, so I did my PhD in the HCI area. Actually, not only PhD, but also a master degree also. So for the master degree, I focus on the mobile test import interface for Burmese or Myanmar language. So I will use both in today's presentation. So after that, when I start working on a PhD thesis, so I try to find out the common test import interfaces for Southeast Asian languages, or the languages based on the Bahami language, including Thai, Khmer, Laos, and so on. So after I finished my PhD at the Waseda University, uh, I moved to the NICT, Japan, in Kyoto, for almost four year over. I focus on the machine translation, automated speech recognition, text to speech, especially mainly for Burmese or Myanmar language. Then I also moved to AI lab at the Okayama Prefecture University. We call OPU in short, at the Okayama Prefecture. So I spent almost 2 years. So at that university, I focused on the uh, language acquisition for robot. So it's mean try to teach language to the robot. Then after Okayama University, Prefecture University, I decided to move to the uh, Southeast Asian, near to Myanmar because of my father health situation. So I was thinking to move to Singapore or Thailand. Finally, I selected Thailand because very close to Myanmar, and I also have many friends in Thai. And as you know, I can travel only 1 hour, and very. I also love Thai food, so I decided to stay from 2019. So now for over now 5 years at the NECTEC, Thailand, near the AID University, and SIIT, of course, Dhammasat University. So actually, not only NLP, I'm also working on Braille and sign language for Burmese and other like Khmer, Cambodia. So that's why I visited to Cambodia. So this is my homepage. So after I talk, I will share the slide also to you, or so you can also find out some of my works. So here, mainly you can find some paper related to machine translation, automated speech recognition. Recently, I focused on that area, but during my PhD thesis work, and sometime often I also work on HCI. But currently, I'm mainly working on the medical domain for speech-to-speech translation. So, though not all the paper, but most of the paper I uploaded, and as you know, some paper I cannot upload it because of the copyright. So, but mostly I upload this to sharing my student and my colleague. And this is my GitHub, so you can also get some useful information. It might be useful for you. So like corpus building, and then also sharing the resources and some processing tools and so on. There are a lot. So for my PhD work, as I told you, so mainly I try to find out the common test input interface because after I finished my master degree, so when I tried to find out the topic, uh, I I also learned Thai language, but I now almost I forgot. So I also learned the Khmer when I was in Kasetsart University for 3 months to understand how, especially I focus on the writing system. So what I noticed is, yes, Thai, Myanmar, Laos, Sri Lanka, Sinhala, and some Hindi, Tibet, all we are driven from the old Indian script. So generally, based on the syllable, uh, so most of the words are formed by the one or more than one syllable in Thai also. So when I think about my PhD title, so I tried to find out the common and user-friendly test input interface for, especially for the mobile devices. So I focus on that area. So mainly, I propose three main proposal. One is the positional mapping. So how to map uh, consonant and vowel on a limited number of buttons like mobile phone. Uh, and then at that time, there's no just studying just touch panel, but not finger based. At the time, we call PDA. So mostly we are using like with the stylus. So yeah, I also try to propose some gesture-based test input interfaces. So I name like a positional gesture. That is my second proposal. And for the third proposal, I give the name like positional precision. So I try to get the predictive test input interface like T9, and currently, is the common, but at the time it's not very easy. As you know, at the time the mobile devices are also very limited hardware resources. So yeah, I will talk about these three proposals. Yeah, I worked almost 6 years for my PhD with my professor Urano Sensei, and then my co-supervisor Sagisaka Sensei. So yeah, both of them, they already retired, but I still keep in touch with them. Of course, they also sometimes visit Myanmar and Thai. Yeah, we. So this is the keyboard layout, old keyboard layout, but still some user are using, and most of the Myanmar keyboard are based on the old typewriter. So not very easy to type. So that's why actually, although I'm typing Myanmar language, actually I created my own keyboard layout based on the phonetic base. Like we also have a like ka ka ka. In Thai you call ko kai ko kai. Yeah. So for ko kai, like we map on the key and shift ka. Yeah. So I did that way. But this is most of the user using. We call Zoji keyboard layout. And at the time you can be noticed, on one key there are four four character map, right? So Sometimes you have to type with the control order and then that assign key. So it's really terrible. But that is not a joke. Uh, we many Myanmar people use this kind of keyboard last 15 years back, and very messy for me, and I also really boring to practice. So that's why I created my own keyboard layout. Uh, but unfortunately, many users stay using, and now of course change to Unicode. But at the time, they give the name Unicode, but not a fully Unicode. Uh, if you understand the some Unicode encoding and some Myanmar, you can be noticed because of these kind of mapping. So uh, according to the Unicode encoding, so when we combine the two, three vowel, uh, the clip will be changed automatically by default rendering. But here they try to map all the change the clip on each key. So it's a really hard for the first time user. So that is the situation at the time during my master degree PhD around 2000, from 2004, 5, 6, yeah, 7, yeah, at the time still using. And but for me, I focus on mobile phone. So it's more more difficult to consider because at the time the mobile phone are mostly Nokia based. In Thai also, actually I visited at the time Thai to buy some mobile phone. So I hope some of you might be know this kind of keyboard layout. This is actually Thai keypad layout. So the left one is the Nokia keypad layout. The right one is the Samsung keypad layout, and you will notice, right? So some are actually similar, but because of the patent, they are making business. So if they use, let's say, one company use the Nokia keyboard layout, they have to pay money for each terminal or each device. So like, as a business point of view, they want want to use, so they create new keyboard layout. So the left one is the one more keyboard layout. That one is really used on the Sony keypad layout, and right one is the Motorola keypad layout. I hope most of the today Thai participants already know this keypad layout. So yeah, generally Myanmar language, Thai, Khmer, all we have uh, I mean, compared with the English, we have more than the back of the language. So let's say only for consonant for Myanmar, we have a 33 or 34. Yes, in Thai also. So one, but according to our writing nature, we have to combine with the consonant and vowel. Then we got a one syllable, or sometimes it can be a word, but generally more than one syllable will become a word in Myanmar language, and similar to the Khmer also. Khmer have a more they have a more complex combination. So these are the one of the example of Myanmar mobile phone keypad layout. So here I divided into 4 mode. Actually, we have to change with the mode. I hope some of you already understand. So the A is like for consonant, and B layout is for the vowels, and D is for the independent vowel. So for the user, not only typing more than one character based on the character that user want to type, they also have to change the mode. So let's say at first we type a consonant, sometimes change to vowel mode and vowel. Yeah. So though they map some frequently used, but it's not covered. So usually we have to move forward and back between consonant and vowels generally. And of course, we also have we call that in Myanmar language, we call killer. So we put one symbol upper part of the consonant, we don't pronounce. So that's kind of combination. They map in C. So it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. So I learned all the uh, existing keyboard layout, mobile keyboard layout at the time. Not only Myanmar, Thai. Yeah, I tried to learn Khmer, other keyboard layout. Of course, Japanese keyboard layout. But as you know, Japanese, they use the romanization, Romaji. So that is a little bit different story. So this is also one more example. Uh, they give the name like M9 keypad. So this one is a little bit special. So hopefully you can guess. So the mapping is based on the Kaidash or the glyph shape. So that one also they sell it's a software keyboard software. So you have to install buy, and you have to install that uh, that's implemented on your mobile phone, then you can type it. So they sell. So I also bought for my study, and I try to measure the typing speed and with my proposal. So yeah, these are the situation at the time. So as I told you at the time, no, touch panel based mobile phone like today's. So generally, we have to heavily, press that uh, 12 key keypad. Uh, is hard for the typing message. So generally, most of the Myanmar user and Thai also similar. They use the voice call, voice call, and that messaging is not very popular. So yeah, these are some more example uh, for English. So actually, test typing uh, is hard, not only for our languages, even for the, English. So according to the, uh, we have a very limited number of keys, and it's not very easy. So as a research point of view, there are many proposals, and some they also hold the patent for their own keypad mapping, and then also test typing. So, uh, but we the user generally it's hard to change. So here is a good example. So the second one is you might be noticed they are mapped based on the usage frequency. So according to their study, uh, C is frequently used than B, so they change the order. So it might be reduce the keystroke, average keystroke to finish the sentence message. Yeah, but most of the user, we learn from the kindergarten or A B C D. So we cannot change that memorized order. That is a kind of a human nature. So we are kind of conservative. So finally, the leftmost keypad layout in Keynote become de facto standard. And of course, these proposals are also very interesting. And you can also find some paper like SimKey or Message Ease. This one we have a paper, I think. This one also popular, less that popular. So according to the academic study, of course, like a developed keyboard layout, one we compare with the QWERTY keyboard layout. So less step is faster actually. So most of the user, I think 90% of the user are using this standard keyboard, de facto standard keypad layout. But some user they use less step. So sorry, I forgot the percentage, but according to some company survey, yeah, some user they use it. But for these two, uh, I cannot find out. Uh, but as a proposal, as a research, is interesting, and yeah, actually the left most also we you can find, if you try to find on internet, you can find some real hardware this uh, keypad layout they call fast step. So the idea is you know uh, compared with these keypad, generally you have to type, 2 times, 3 times, let's say to get a B, you have to press 2 button twice, right? For C, you have to press 3. So they want to reduce the keystroke. So the idea is they try to map all the character. It's a small button, small black button, between the big, button. So mobile phone is mainly using for phone call. So you have to press the number. So that's why they give a more weight on the number key. But of course, at the time, many users start using, uh, SMS. At the time, they call SMS. We call SMS short message service. So yeah, we that's why they try to propose this kind of keypad. I think they hold the patent. They hold the patent. So this is also one, proposal. So here, what I would like to understand is, yes, some proposal are only software. Some proposal are they also propose on the hardware keyboard layout. So this one is like a calculator. Yeah, they one keystroke for one character. Is yeah, and it's also containing, of course, other function key. Yeah, so it's also interesting. But of course, for doing research, we have to find out a new proposal and more efficient way or something. So we it should be a innovative way, originality or something. So I read a lot of papers and try to understand their user interface, test input interface. Uh, of course, I also study some languages similar to Burmese, Myanmar language. So this is the one example of the Khmer. So some of you might understand. So yeah, Khmer, they use the 5 rules. Uh, as you can see, sometimes they use uh, more than one stack character, the pen. Sometimes one stack character and then stack again or something. So, but the typing nature or the syllable formation is very similar to Thai, Myanmar, Laos. We have a very similar nature. But of course, Khmer, I cannot understand. But we have as I told you, our languages are driven from the old Indian script. So that's why we have a very similar nature. This actually, although they pronounce more, actually is a very, same shape as the Ma character in Myanmar, Ma consonant in Myanmar. Yeah. So this one also actually we call Pao To in Burmese. They pronounce Pa in Khmer. Yeah, of course, yeah, here La, but they pronounce Lo. And yeah, in Thai also, yeah, we have a similar, but at that time, the communication is not very easy. So the character shape change, and then also grammatical structure change. So now today, according to my understanding, Thai language is similar to English. Like I go to schools. As you have a grammatical order, subject, verb, object. But for Burmese, our language, different order. For us, we are more similar to Japanese. Uh, I school go or something like that. So change a lot. No internet, no good communication at that time. So change a lot. We cannot communicate. But Laos, Khmer, Thai, some more similar than Burmese. But of course, we also have some Pali word, Sanskrit word. Yeah, similar nature. So for me, I only focus on the silver formation. So one more example is this is the Nepali Namaste. Uh, many meaning Namaste, right? So this is, but for the Nepali word, they only use 3 row, and of course they have a bar, uh, uh, they have a connect uh, to some character as a like a segmentation. So, but uh, of course they also have some upper vowel, uh, combination nature. Here you can see they have a upper character or upper vowel. Here they have a left right. So this is actually same with the Tuiru with the Myanmar. Here also, yeah, they also have a subscript nature. Yeah, but for the Nepali word is little bit easier than Burmese and Khmer. They only use 3 row. Of course, they have some combination. They change the clip. This one is the Burmese Myanmar. So generally we are same. We use a 3 row and similar nature to Thai. Uh, we have a consonant and then we combine with the vowel from upper part, lower part, left, right. So here the red line is a silver breaking point. So for me, I learned almost 6 months for several languages, and I found, I can find the common test input interfaces. So that then I start working on my proposal. So let me explain you. So my idea, my first proposal is, I seen as a, especially for the Unicode encoding, we always type a consonant, then we follow the other combination vowel. So for the keypad, I divided as a 5. Center part is a sign for the consonant, and left, right, up, down. So that mapping is easier for the native user. Of course, there are also some flaws, but I based on this idea and try to map. So for the upper vowel, I try to map on these 3 key because we have to type, upper vowel very frequently. And for the left, right, actually we have a very few left character. So if I say in Burmese, we have a Tuedu and Yayit. This one is a Yicha, Yapin, Wisan Lobao, something. We have a right character. And of course, we also have a lower character. So I split it as a way. So the idea is when the user press the center button or 5 button, then the consonant list will be pop up on the screen. I can guess sooner or later the touch panel will be happen and cheaper hardware. So I I know this proposal will work well. And I also design not only for the mobile phone, as I told you, I also consider uh, typing, with only one key, and typing with the eye, typing with the tongue for some physically impaired, person. So I, but the idea is based on this mapping. So I give the name position and mapping because it's depend on the combination position I lay out. So for other time for the prototype, I also did on the Java. At the time we used the mobile Java mobile. I think we have an emulator or mobile. Yeah, I also use it. And the easiest one is if we use the C# or Visual Visit, we can do very easy, right? So I developed some prototype. So I prepare the configuration file. It's the mapping file that I change. So I can run for Thai, Khmer, Lao. Yeah, if I change the configuration. This is the example for Burmese. So as I told you, so if the user press, actually you can do many combination. So this is one combination. So yeah, I did user study with this kind of prototype. So let's say short messages around 5 sentence or 6 sentence, and then I try to bring that interface to the user and try to ask to type with the mouse. Sometimes I use a lot of way. So this is one example. So then I measure their typing speed. So sometimes I measure the slower user for 1 week, and I check their typing speed improvement within 1 week or something. Sometimes, yeah. So I check it. So of course this is PDA. At the time, this one I think mobile, window mobile. I think at the time, if I still remember the name. So we can write with the Visual Basic or Visual C and then we can put our software to that Toshiba PDA. So I do it. So if you have some experience with software writing at the time, uh, Thai also hard to write well on the Java. So when I try to write Burmese test import on the Java at the time, font rendering engine not working well. Uh, the clip are not shown clearly, sometimes wrong, or it's hard. So that's why sometimes I use Visual Basic to easy to develop and then easy to check. So this one, as I show you, this is the center button. If you press it, it will show all component. Then you just go. So two keystroke or two. This one we have to use with a stylus. At the time we cannot use the finger, so we have to use the stylus. So and then for the left vowel, I put it in here. Right vowel, I put it in here. Yes, sometimes you can play as you like. So I change several combination of the layout, and then I check. I made a user study. So this one is my first proposal, and of course I did many uh, tools, including trackball, touchpad, mouse. So I try to measure several way. So, but the first proposal is positional mapping. So I change the mapping layout and try to measure the user typing speed and their try to get their like a scale, evaluation. And yeah, I did it. So this one is the one more prototype. Sometimes I also use the game stick. So the idea is, how about typing Myanmar language with the few keys? So only 4 keys. Sometimes I only use the 5 keys. I want to measure the typing speed. How user can type faster when they become familiar. And sometimes I use a joystick. I try to check. So the idea is find out the uh, study on the user interface, typing user interface for Burmese and other similar languages. So this is actually you can change as you like. This is a sticker keyboard, so you can change the order. So this is good for the yeah. So of course I measure sometime for the I measure for 1 week. So some student I request a native student, so measure the typing speed improvement for typing the same test, or sometimes I change the test. So and compare with the multi-tap is normal keyboard tapping way, and I also measure with my proposal positional mapping, and sometimes positional mapping with the frequency, the alphabetical order, not alphabetical order. This one is a frequency based order. Yeah, I try to measure. Yeah, yeah, I did a lot. This is also one more keep layout. So in Japan, uh, when we buy a subway ticket or the train ticket, we can buy for we commute every day. We buy like a 1 month, or sometimes 2 months, or so, yeah. So at the time, in for Japanese, they have a very big screen like a monitor, and then we also have to consider the older people. So for the older people, yeah, for Japanese they also order according to the order, but for us we can consider this kind of layout, right? So as I told you, this is the Bengali, also similar to our language. This is the Khmer. So according to their combination, if we put left right, it's better for according to my understanding, it's easy to find. So if you mess up with the consonant vowel, like today keyboard, it's hard for the especially for the older people, very hard. So even today, we have a touch panel keyboard. The older people very hard to type. They don't know how to type. So we have many key combination to come out the correct silver. So So for example, sometimes very funny, they don't know how to use the hard tool, so they sometimes they type like a for example, the neighborhood who live in front of our home, but my mom type like a YA because she don't know how to type the hard tool. YA is a toilet actually. In Myanmar language, is a toilet. So it's me. He record his phone number on the mobile phone. YA someone. Actually, it's me, she, but she don't know how to type. So it's very, very funny. It's not a joke. It's a real case. So I hope you can understand. In Thai, older people also difficult to use the mobile. So we still have many things to do actually to get a better and faster user interface. So this one is my first proposal for my PhD. So yeah, luckily I got a best paper award at the Singapore Mobile HCI. So I just a lot of demo and I did one. Yeah, so as I told you, I did this is a whiteboard. So at the Waseda University we have a whiteboard, so we can type. So I also measure on the stylus based typing, sometimes on the big whiteboard. Yeah, I also play with the mapping, which is better. So as you know, if I believe most of the HCI user already know, we have to measure
Hello.
So I think maybe Dr.Ye lost connection, right?
Okay, I think so. I think I have lost our internet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I think his reason is quite interesting. That he designed different layout.
The different languages have many factors.
Yes. Yeah, that when he mentioned about Thai language.
Professor Yi try to connect again.
Yeah, I think so. So if anyone have any questions, feel free to type your question in the chat or anything that you would like to discuss, or maybe you can feel free to turn on your microphone later when Q&A section. Hello, good morning. I'm not sure that I pronounced your name correctly. El Tanda Payu, is this correct? And good morning, Suprasert. Are you Thai?
Yes, I'm Thai.
อ๋อสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ welcome again
อันนี้คือเป็นนักศึกษาของดร.เย่เหรอคะ
เปล่าครับ
อ๋อสวัสดีค่ะ แล้วได้รับข่าว HCI MeetUP จากช่องทางไหนเหรอคะ
ทางไลน์ครับ
อ๋อโอเคค่ะเติมเล็กน้อยนะคะ
How
โอ
many
เค
how many min how many minutes you hello, can you
yes
hear me?
yes we can hear you yeah we can finish it about 11:15 is okay. Yes, Dr. Ye.
Okay. So uh let me share my slide again.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Okay. So I already talked about the positional mapping. I hope you you got it. So yeah, I did several user study on that, positional mapping proposal. So the second proposal is the gesture-based text import. So even for English, there are a lot of proposal. Some are short handwritten. This is also very famous one. We call abstract, and this one is the graffiti, also a very good, famous one. So especially this one is popular in PDF, PDA device. So we have as you know in PDA we have uh, the cover. So they make a small try to get the easiest way to type fast. And they also got actually best paper award for this one. So, but for this, gesture-based import, the user need practice time. So this one is for T. This one is for TH. This one is THEY or something. So they are kind of like based on this kind of gesture. So user have to practice, but one user familiar with the gesture, if typing on a small mobile device very fast. So it's good idea. So for me, for my PhD thesis, so I have to combine my common mapping concept of and I try to extend so we have to publish two journal at least. So I did several you know combination. So the second one is I try to propose the gesture, but same concept. So when I study the consonant and vowel combination, so you can see there are this is the for Burmese. So generally we have a main consonant and combination structure is like that. So it means you can combine two left character and three right character and so on. So there are several combination pattern, but this is the maximum common pattern. This one is the Bengali. For Bengali, as I show you, it's similar to Nepali. So they have this kind of structure. So it means they don't use the two right character. They have only one right character. But for Myanmar language, sometimes it can be three right character or something like that. This the lowest combination is the representing the Khmer. So for the Khmer, they are using the stack character, two stack character sometimes. So the idea is yes, we can, how about typing Myanmar language with a mouse? How about typing Thai language with mouse? Yeah, we can do. So I try to measure. So as I told you, so once the user click the touch screen, then it pop up the consonant. Then after that, we can combine with So when you want to get the left character, then you drag the mouse or stylus or and you can do it with even with your eyeball. pen. Yeah, that is my basic concept. So I try to develop a prototype and then try to measure typing speed. So these are the prototype for left one is for Burmese, and right one is for Khmer. So you can type, of course, you can type with only mouse for typing Khmer, Burmese, of course, Thai. Yeah, I tried to prove with 2-3 languages for one proposal at least. So I did a lot of user study with the native user and measure. So here you can see. So sometimes I use the trackball, sometimes I use the stylus. Yeah, sometimes I use the touchpad on the notebook. Yeah, sometimes I use the stylus on the notebook, and then I try to measure. So uh, these are actually my originality proposal for typing Burmese and Khmer, Thai. I did it. So of course we have to measure like a scale as all human computer interaction interface researcher doing. Yeah, we measure, is it difficult or easy, painful, enjoyable, slow, fast. So we measure for each language and each user. So that my third proposal is position abbreviation. So the concept is same, but this one is we try to get a primitive text input interface. So if you want to type this, Myanmar silver, so just type the main consonant, and then if you press the down arrow key and right arrow key, then the possible combination vowel with this consonant will be listed, and then the user just need to select. So by doing this way, you can type on, even with a limit button, you can type syllable-based languages or Asian languages. This is my proposal. So this one is just example how it's work. So when the user type, let's say A and up down, yeah, we also do romanization, of course. Yeah. So even if you have a map with uh, I mean, for consonant, you can also map with romanization. So I did a lot of things, a lot of combination. So when you type A up down, then A is the representing the consonant, Khmer consonant up, and then you will get all possible combination. Then of course you can sort depending on the frequency, then use a select. So I also develop some prototype. Sometimes I type with the joystick. Yeah, anything you can do. The mouse. Yeah. So these are that one is the prototype. So when the user type card down right, then it will be pop up possible combination, and for this one is Khmer. So as I told you, so with this proposal, we as at now more easier because we have a touch panel interface. But at the time, even almost all of the mobile device have a arrow key, right? Left, right, up, down arrow key. So my concept can apply on, yeah. So I try to apply with a small, let's say 4 button, yeah, with the left, right arrow key here, mobile phone, PSP, game player. This is the notebook for the children. Yeah, we can do it. So I mean, we can apply. So this one actually I got a student research competition. I got second prize when I was in Thai, 2008 in Italy, and then I also got a 1 year long prize. So I and my professor have to go to US for attending that ceremony. So luckily, my proposal working very well, and I can prove well. All 3 proposals I got the best paper award. Yeah. So finally I finished, but it cost a lot. I mean, almost 6 years I spent develop many prototype. And the most difficult thing is I also try to get the native user. So for one proposal, I try to do 2-3 languages, like positional mapping, gesture, positional, position. So I did it. So of course, I also keep studying and doing some more. Though I'm mainly focused on NLP, but I keep reading some papers. So this one is one example. So how about typing Burmese or Thai with only one button? Yeah, we can do it. So the idea is, let's say we will split our character, and here only the vowel or command, vowels. And then if the system is rotating, yeah, only one button, I mean, let's say for space, yeah, we can do it. So for example, I think I run that program already. Let me, so let's say, so if you want to type saya, so the program will be, the highlighting. So when it's highlighted to this button, you can press it, then you will get the sa, right? So I only use one button. So this is just simulation. So, so now you got a sa. Now you got a sa. And then it will rotate, then you can go. So try to measure, how you can type, let's say for ra. So I did it. So yeah, right. So here is the power. So you can go it. Then, here. So you call it saya. So here you call it saya, right? So here I'm just demonstrating typing Myanmar syllable with only one key. Yeah, we can do it. So yeah, this kind of creativity we need to consider. As I told you, the computer will be changed little by little and more smaller, and we need to find out better test input interface or communication way for the test import. Now we only use the QWERTY keyboard, and mainly for nowadays for the QWERTY keyboard or some kind of 2-3 method we are already familiar, but I believe we can find better test input interfaces. So yeah, actually, yeah, this one already proposed by the one of my favorite researcher, Mackenzie. Maybe HCI guys already know him. So he's actually like my teacher, but although I haven't chance to see with him, but I read a lot of his paper and his work. I'm very familiar with his work. So he also focused on many test input interfaces and many things. So I refer a lot. So as I told you, I also work on some sign language and finger spelling. So finger spelling is maybe you guys already know. So some deaf or hearing impaired person, they use to spell out their name or city names. Is a one way to communicate. So during my PhD, I also did develop the finger spelling font for Myanmar finger spelling and try to propose the keyword. Because of time limitation, I don't want to make demonstration here. If you're interested, you can read my papers. Yeah, so especially they use to spell the name. Like here, I just show the attribute name. Yeah, I propose two keyword layout. One is the direct keyword mapping. Another one is based on the symbol or shape. And this is finger spelling. And with my student, we also work on sight writing. So according to my understanding, in Southeast Asia, if I'm not wrong, I'm the first one who start studying on sight writing for finger spelling. Because as you know, even in the deaf society, not very popular. But recently, I found Thai and also working on sight writing. I'm very happy to see now several, not many. I know only three, four, three, three, two, three. They start working on sight writing and they make proposal. It is very good. So sight writing is actually try to cover the whole language, whole sign language. So here, I only focus on the finger spelling. So this mapping, I work with one of my master student, Lai Mian. So we work together, and and we also implement the keyboard layout. We also have a two keyboard layout. One is the phonetic base, and another one is the I have to change the label, the symbol base. So actually similar to similar to here, as I showed you here, similar to this character, finger spelling. So based on the finger spelling shape, we map the sight writing. Of course, we have to study sight writing nature. This is finger spelling keyboard layout proposer. And yeah, when we try to, consider for the whole sight writing, we need to do a lot of mapping, including the dictionary. If you're interested, you can check on my GitHub. So we have some demo prototype version with my student. So so by doing that way, we can print out the test prototype. We can print out the sight writing content with the Myanmar test together. It's better for literature improvement. These are the paper. And of course, for the Braille. So in Myanmar Braille, we have a two Braille system. One is the we call muted. It's kind of almost one-to-one, but not all. As you know, in Braille, they have some symbol. Let's say it's now start numbers, now start English or something. They have some kind of we need practice. But this one here, I wanna show you one is one of the proposal is I also do machine translation, and I also do the proposal for the keyboard. So actually, I haven't shown outside. Actually, this is my first time to show to the public. So I think I can run. I hope. So with the Keyman, we can develop the keyboard for mobile phone also. So I can also maybe if I so for example, I hope you can see this is running on mobile phone with the Braille. Yeah, we can also you can also type Braille with the Burmese keyboard. This is kind of mapping. So
Excuse me, I cannot see your telephone because you remove the background.
oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me show you the run on the screen. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
So here, so actually the idea is I'm using my own keyboard or sometimes already having Myanmar keyboard. So users are already familiar how to know Myanmar language. So my idea is I map based on the keyboard layout. So anyone can type, who already familiar with the Myanmar keyboard can type the Braille. So that is my idea. So this is ka, for example. So if I want to type my name, I can type it. This is Ye. So this is kind of interface between normal user and Braille language. So someone who want to contribute, Braille dashboard typing, they can easily. So nowadays, actually, Braille typing is not very easy. As you know, they need a special keyboard. So this one is just my prototype to make a proposal. Okay. I think I should move back to my slide and show go a little bit faster. So of course, there are many things we can still do. So nowadays, as you know, we also have to consider virtual reality. So if you are using like Meta, you wear the head-mounted device, and that environment, you not easy to type, right? So you need hand movement. Sometimes you need the virtual keyboard layout and so on. And for the, as I told you, for some physically impaired person, we can also combine brain and the brain signal and the touch. So uh, we can capture the brain signal and then we can combine with the gaze, and then also we can also combine with the uh, finger movement. So I think I have some. There are a lot of walks. So this one is for the. Let's say this is for security. Uh, this is proposed by the, the Mackenzie and his student. So let me show some. So the idea is, you know, here capturing the your eye movement, gazing. So if type password, actually we can scan right by the uh, camera, and then also we know so some someone who practiced well, they can guess what's your password. So here the idea is actually it's not touching for this time. This one not touching the key. Maybe you can notice. So but he's seeing the key with his eye, and then he just touched the just the other part. So for someone who stand behind you cannot notice which key you are typing. So it's mean combination of uh, brain signal and the touch. Yeah, we can do it. And there are also, of course, as I told you, sometimes we don't need, we need some kind of so sometimes the keyboard is should be movable, and depend on your hand movement, you can do as you like actually. This is kind of mapping. So let me skip because of time limitation. This is touch the case and how much? Yeah, this one also no touching. So as I told you, in the virtual reality environment, yeah, you sometimes you just need a different kind of test pattern. So it's typing through technique. Layout you can change as you like. Yeah. So here the idea is you are not touching, you are just typing with the technique. But sometimes for the some physically impaired person that might be better, or we find out. Okay, let me stop my talk. I think almost finished. Yeah. So as a conclusion, we still have many rooms uh, stay open for R&D on test input interfaces, especially for like Thai, Myanmar, other Asian languages. I think as a HCI researcher, we can do. Of course, if you can provide some BCI device, we can do something new proposal together. I'm really welcome to work with student or as a colleague. Yeah, fine. So, and I'm also interested to make a writing proposal for visually impaired person and hearing impaired person, and yeah, so I'm still keep working. Though I'm currently at the NECTEC, I'm focused on the machine translation and ASR, some NLP things. But if you have some student who interested to work on something like that import, yeah, I'm happy to co-supervise or do supervising. Yeah. So that's all for my presentation. I hope you can hear well. And sorry. If you have any question, yeah, I'm glad to answer.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, let's start with my question, please. How do you select correct words when you're typing input? That you correct your corpus or apply machine learning also?
Yeah. So good question. So for example, the previous one that I show you, for this one, these silver lists I extracted from the big corpus with the frequency. So so it depends on the experiment. So of course, sometimes we can combine with the language model. Yeah, at that case, you need a big corpus. So let's say this is the English case. So this one is the English. So if I show you with the English version, it's more easy to. So this is the frequency function. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Okay. So for Myanmar also I collected through the corpus. So I think I can show you. For example, here, this one also I collected and sorted, according to alphabetical order, but the program will work with the frequency for all possible syllable from Myanmar. Yeah, I collected. So it depends. So for depend on the experiment, sometimes we collect through the corpus. Yeah.
And before I found you use machine learning for classification also.
Yes. So for that one, I collected through the big corpus and frequency. This one is easy, but for the phrase level prediction, we need like an anagram model, or nowadays we can also use the large language model. So if you want to, depend on the condition, if you want to, like let's say if you want to type a story by under the environment of the one famous writer, you want to pretend you're writing the over one from that writer. Yeah, we can do like a paraphrasing, or guided through the, let's say, guided through the Shakespeare writing style based on your typing. Yeah, we can combine with the large language model like ChatGPT, and we can do it. But of course, we need API key, and we need to study more here.
Thank you. That's very interesting. And that's any questions from?
Yes. Okay, Dr.Ye, in your opinion, what is the challenges for you when you
to try on Myanmar language and also Cambodia, right? And
Yeah,
how
yeah.
about and and Thai also. For these three language, when you try to do about the keyboard layout, what is the most challenges for you?
Yeah, this is also a very good question. So, for example, when I work on the Cambodia braille, uh, I need some native speaker, or someone who understand the Khmer braille, and someone who understand. If I work on the sign language, yeah, sometimes I need a someone who understand the Khmer. They call Cambodia sign language. They don't call Khmer. They call Cambodia sign language. So, yes. So it's working on the different language is hard. So sometimes I don't know is correct or not. Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Uh, for example, so I think I here. Can you still my screen? Can you see my screen?
No.
No,
Oh, sorry.
now
Okay.
we see only your face.
Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen, right? Now you see my screen, right?
It's not seeing your screen yet.
Oh,
The internet, I think it's just running that you are starting to
Trying to
share
share
your
it.
screen. Yes.
how about right now? Can you see?
No, I can't see.
Oh, let me try to share again. Now I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, okay. So for example, this one I'm trying to get a data. Uh, so for Cambodia Sign Language data collection, I visited the school and I try to collect the data with my student help. So this one also creating a sign language. Actually, I'm trying to do the transcription on the sign language. So for the data collection, I want to with my student together to that sign language school for many times, and she now understand their sign language. Yeah, we need sometime. It take times, especially if we work with sign language and braille. Yeah, so they also work hard, but now we have some small corpus for Khmer sign language, and now we are start working on 29. Recognition. 30. Check. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, okay. So what I mean is, yeah. So that's why, let's say for last year, I was almost 1 year in Cambodia, but of course I cannot stay for the whole month. So some week I was in Cambodia, some week I was in Myanmar and Thai, and yeah. So I have to travel a lot with my student. So yeah, that is a practical practical engineering work, and also practical difficulty. I mean, data collection. We if we have enough fun, yeah, we can hire many student, but generally I work with the 2-3 student, sometimes maximum 7-8 student. So we have to wait for 1 year 2 year to get a trainable data size. So it's a very hard. I mean, corpus building we have to do by ourselves. Did I answer your question? I hope.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor. Mhm.
So are there any more questions?
I have one question, please. I have you show about the pattern or format for word between Khmer, Thai, yes, Thai and Myanmar. And we found that for Myanmar and Thai have a 3 row, and for Khmer have a 5 row.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
So
have the difference more or not for Thai and Myanmar?
yeah, Thai, Myanmar, we also have some similar nature. Khmer is a little bit hard. So for example, for Myanmar, I can break silver with my rule. With the regular expression, I can break silver very easily. Not very easy, but I can break almost 99% correct. But for the Khmer, it's hard. We cannot get the silver breaking with the rule. Even for the Khmer native person, they sometimes they don't know how to. And one more difficulty is they also have when we make an NLP or before building a model, we have to do the normalization. Uh, because sometimes the user type in different way, but when we see the clip, it's the same. So when we see the clip, it's the same shape. So it's hard to distinguish with the eye. So before we build a model, at first we make a data cleaning or normalization according to the Unicode standard. So we call an FC. We have an NFC library. So but that is also not 100% correct. So some researcher from SIL, the UK supported linguist group, and like some Cambodian native group, they making normalization rule, and we use that library to make a normalization, and then we started. So it's hard for Khmer. So for Thai, now almost stable, according to my understanding. The good thing is now for the NLP, is as a many researcher now, especially some student, they now eagerly working. So it's but for Cambodia, stay very few researcher for NLP, and so if you're interested, maybe we can make some collaboration, and I think we can help, or we can work together. It's better with the Cambodia side and Thai. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Do you have any questions from the participants?
Yeah, it's some question. If you have, I'm glad to answer. So although I don't know who are joining, I think some of my students. Yeah.
Would you send the
Somebody
question?
there, like, maybe I should meet you, yeah. If you have any question, you can ask. So this is a good chance to make new discussion. Yeah.
Okay, if don't have any questions, so thank you very much for your honest
Yeah. Thank
for with
you.
us
Yeah.
today for the HCI meet up. We gained a lot of the knowledge today, and we got many idea about HCI and using keyboard typing and a concept for the NLP in a different language also. Thank you so much, and thank you to all participants
Yeah.
today.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me. Yeah. So especially Ochin, we met in Vietnam, and she requested me to give a lecture, but I was busy. And actually, if I have more time, I can prepare more well. But I was very busy, but I'm very happy to see all of you, and hopefully we can meet at a conference physically, and hopefully we can do some work together. Thank you very much for your invitation and all the participants also. Yeah.
Yes, Sirindhorn. So please turn on your camera. I want you to
Oh,
capture screen.
yeah. I took one one screenshot. I
Okay,
think I
I don't
opened
need
my
this.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
3, 2, 1. Wait a minute. One more again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Sunique.
you, Dr.
Thank
Ye.
you, everyone, today.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณ
Bye
ค่ะ
bye.
Have a good
สวัสดี
weekend.
ค่ะ
Yeah. สวัสดีครับ